Yo, what up? It's your boy Wiz Gam,
It's your girl, Miss Belargo.
It's your boy King Jones 80, baby.
and welcome to Certified Talk. If it ain't certified, we ain't talking about it. And right now, I got my certified baby sis. I'm so proud of her right now. She's doing so many things that y'all don't even know. I got my baby Lee Mason in here. What up?
Well, you gotta do the intro over because I want to be in the rotation of the names. Like,
Where's cut you
I
off?
want to go
Where's
right
cut
at
you
the
off?
buck. Like,
Yeah,
boom.
he cut
You
you
know what I'm saying?
off.
I'm Lee Mason.
Yeah, like I want intro.
Y'all bring it back. Bring it back.
You wanna run it back?
Yeah, run
No,
it
you
back.
don't keep it.
But
Don't
you
got
got
cut it. We
No,
keeping
no,
this
no,
in.
run it
Keep
back.
it rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
No, we not
rolling.
cutting
I
it.
know, but I
Rolling.
want to be in the intro.
I don't know why he didn't do that
All
anyway.
right, come on. You ready?
We were supposed to practice this before.
That's what
All
I
right, let's
said.
go. Come on. Yo, what up? This your boy Wiz Gam.
It's your girl, Miss Belargo.
It's your boy King Jones 80.
You already know it's your girl amazing.
We got my baby sis in here. You know what I mean? She just bogarted. You know, she do what she want out here in these streets.
I'm
What's
part
up?
of the team today.
Ooh, talk heavy.
I'm on the lineup. I'm
What
ready.
you? I've been.
Balance me out, Lee, because
I got you,
Wiz be
Tiff.
on my side.
I got
It's-
you,
it's
Tiff.
this one.
I got
This
you.
one I need help
We
with.
got them today. I got you.
Good.
No, Buck, look, Buck got something for you.
Yeah, we glad to
Talk,
have you.
talk,
here.
I'm
talk
two.
that shit you
I'm
was
two
saying.
drinks in, but
Talk what you was talking earlier, Buck.
Yeah, we glad
She
to
in
have
your
you
face
here.
now.
She got them nice patcher braids going on with the romantic call. You know what I mean?
So, since you be putting me out there, I'm about to put Buck out there.
Put him out.
So here's what happened, right? He says, "Can you get Lee Mason on?" I said, "Yeah, that's my baby sis. She'll come up here." He like, "No, can you really get Lee Mason on?" I'm like, "Yeah, she gonna come up here."
And
So
then
he
literally
thought you
all
wanted
week,
coming.
all week he
You know, I
keeps
only did
asking,
this for you,
"Is Lee
though."
coming?"
Right. He really thought you weren't coming up here. I was like, "No, she's gonna come, bro. If I call Lee, she's pulling up." So you believe me now?
I don't recall that conversation. Maybe it was Casamigos. Maybe it was a Casamigos.
But I think you might be going through some. This is like the
No,
first
he
thing you done said. You
he
forgot
acting like
today.
I was begging for you to come up with something. That's beyond me.
Well, you were inquiring quite a lot.
Thank
It's
you.
all good, Buck. I appreciate it. I like
welcome,
that type of
baby.
energy.
She appreciate
You're
the love. So what's been going on with you, Lee?
I'm just shaking and moving. That's all. You know, I can't sit still. So
Yeah, I seen you shaking. I definitely seen you shaking. I was like, what's going on with my baby sis? What niggas letting her do this? Like, who's letting her just be out here like this with bathing suits on?
Me.
Whoa,
boats and
wait a
shit
minute.
and
How can a man
everything?
can't
And
let
I'm
her
not
do
saying it
anything?
like, you're right.
Okay.
A man can't control her. But I'm like, this is my baby sis. Like, this is my baby.
How
Wiz,
long
I
you
ain't a
known her
baby
for,
no
Wiz?
more.
I know you're not a baby, but you my baby.
Well, we got like 10 years in Wiz, right? Solid.
Yes, you was like a little baby, like, and she like, I swear to God, she out hustled a lot of you niggas. I'm
Period.
sorry. She out like, can you just tell them some of the shit you got going on?
I got a print shop not too far from here, so we print apparel, uniforms. We do graphics, websites, logos, all of that type of stuff. So anything y'all need done. I got a record company now with my sis Shantae, my brother Nuck. We got some artists shaking and moving. Got my hands in a lot of things.
One of her artists was a big TikTok sensation. What was his name?
Pop Hunter.
Yeah. That song that I put my daughter on the phone with him. Sean called me one day, and I put
I
my
remember,
daughter was
yeah.
I'm like, yo, my 9-year-old daughter fanning out, dog.
What's his name again?
Pop Hunter.
What's the
Went
song?
viral.
Corvette.
Oh,
I
that
can
joint, that
just
joint.
like that.
Is he still on or no? Like,
He's still on.
then they try to blackball him or something from the rat and shit or something?
Man, he ain't no rat, man. Well, I don't know.
No, I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't know. Listen.
This is certified talk. We only talk certified talk. That's
All
what
right,
we
it's-
hearing.
yeah,
We
it's
gotta,
certified talk,
I mean,
You a kid, right? If you a kid, you a little ass kid,
13.
and something happened, and your mom says, "No, you going down here,"
right.
because that's how I think it went. That's how I think
That's
it
how
went.
he explained it went.
Like, if your mom tell you, no, you're going down here and you gonna tell these people what the fuck happened. That ain't on that little ass 13-year-old boy.
Wait.
Like, we get it fucked up and we expect a lot out of these little kids. They kids, man.
Not
That's
even
a
kids, so
little ass
let's-
kid. And his mom made him do that.
I agree, and I think like even so, if we always go off topic, but this is one topic because Buck introduced it. If you think about that, the whole theory of ratting is supposed to be when somebody is involved in illegal activity willingly, and then they tell. As a kid, if you ain't have nothing, that's like a civilian. That's the same thing like when they say a civilian witnesses a crime and tells. Your grandma on the porch and see somebody you killed, she tells she a rat.
Yeah.
I say a rat is a rat, me personally.
No.
So what you
Wait.
think, Lee?
I mean, I feel like if that would have happened anywhere else, if he was from anywhere else, it wouldn't have been that on that large of a scale.
I agree.
Like,
It's the Philly
it's a
crab
lot of
shit.
artists. Yeah, it's a lot of artists that's considered rats. They paperwork got dropped from other cities, and they still shaking and moving. But
Yep.
it was like an agenda here. Like, yo, we going to end Young Boy. So it's like
Stupid.
that's Philly for you, though.
I
I
think
mean,
that's what
my
happened,
take
too.
on it. I don't live a street lifestyle, so I can't say like what I would have or wouldn't have done at 13. Like, we can't. None of us can say what we would have
If your
did.
mom grab you by your fucking shirt and tell you taking your ass down here
I agree.
and you gonna go talk to these people and say it, you ain't got no choice.
I just feel like he
You don't
was
got no choice.
he was there. We just shot the video with Uzi, his song
Yeah.
doing millions and millions of streams. We got every single label on our line. Like, we
Yeah.
literally juggling labels, and it's like that's Philly for you though. So it's like,
So-
oh damn, where did Young Boy come from?
So
Why?
did Uzi shut the song down that was with him or something?
I mean,
Because of that?
we ain't getting into all of that. That was just.
Oh, I thought we was
is
getting into
what it
everything. My
is.
bad.
Yeah, nah, we ain't getting into all of that.
So let's talk about this living room. What's going on with the living room?
That's Sean. You know, that's sis. Anything she do, I'm supporting. Anything I do, she's supporting. But
Shout out to Shant, man.
for sure, you know, that's my dog.
They my
But
babies, man.
She had this vision for a while. She always wanted a lounge, and originally we was gonna do it here, like when we was ripping and running,
Yeah.
and
I'm
something
glad y'all
just
did
kept
it in
telling
Miami.
us, yeah, something just kept telling us like, don't do it here, don't do
Yeah.
it here. This when the city really was getting crazy with violence and everything, and you know, like, we all targets. Everybody sitting here is a target. We all know that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I've been robbed and everything. So I'm like, yo, it makes sense to do it here. We two females. We a double target now because it's sad to say, but niggas is weak. They pussy, so they gonna go for females now.
Didn't
so
I just tell y'all that last
Yes,
week?
you did.
Dudes is out here robbing females. Like,
yeah, it's sad.
y'all not safe. They know the females
I've been
right now
robbed
got
at
the bag.
gunpoint by 2 men.
They
so-
know y'all got the bag.
I've been robbed at gunpoint. Like, and that ain't fun.
At
It's
all.
a scary
Shit
ass
getting
feeling. So
Yeah.
Niggas
we
driving
like
everybody.
X'd it off, and then we start shaking and moving in Miami. We grabbed like the rental car, started the luxury rental car company stuff, jet skis, all of that.
Yeah.
And then Shot like, yeah, let's just do the lounge. And I'm like, nah. And she just took off with it. She did it. We came in on the back end, and we
invited
just.
me to the grand opening, so I was out of town. I had
Yeah.
something else to do.
So
It's
where-
going up too.
So where the living room at? Where's it located?
It's like 10 minutes from South Beach.
That's
Oh, I
dope.
never heard of it. I
Yeah.
gotta go down there.
Y'all definitely gotta check it out when y'all in the city.
You got
Just
the
look it up.
address to it?
I don't know that. I don't barely know my own address.
All right. When y'all in Miami, check out the living room.
For sure.
Google it.
So for the people who don't, well, ain't too many people that don't know you, but
They act like they don't know though.
like, see, I know you, right? So I know the work you put in. I know your grind. I know your hustle. I know, like, y'all was like babies when I met y'all, but y'all work ethic and y'all hustle was so freaking crazy. Like, I was watching y'all put albums together like a major record company.
Yeah.
Like, watching y'all, I used to be so proud of y'all. Like, look at these little girls. These little girls is in here like putting these projects together and picking beats like A&Rs, like, but they young as hell. They like 17, 18, what?
Yeah, 18, 19.
They babies, but putting this stuff together. So I'm like, damn. So explain to them, like, was it harder then to do, or is it harder now?
I would definitely say harder then. I feel like then it was the era where female artists wasn't as popping as they are now. So it was like you had to talk a certain way. You had to talk about certain stuff. And for me, that was hard. It was like I wanted to rap. Like, I could out-rap niggas. Like, I ain't want to just talk about
No cap.
how fat my ass was or what's this. But at the time, I don't think it was.
That joint definitely fat.
At the time, I don't think, like, at least in the city, it was like perceived well, like, or you had to do a certain thing a certain way.
Right.
For us, all we knew was hustle. So it was like, for me, it was like I could rap about anything. So I was putting out this type of record. Then I come on a singing type of record. Then I come with Back It Up and Pop It. And it was
Yeah,
kind of
joints.
all over the place. It was so versatile that nobody could grasp, like, all right, she's this type of artist.
Right.
So I get it a lot, even from labels like, yo, you was way ahead of your time. Like what they doing now, you been was doing that shit.
Already, you passed them. So I have 2 women, right? 2 women here that's bosses. 2 women here that got vision. 2 women here that got vision. 2 women that I admire. So do y'all think, and y'all both of y'all professions, right? Do y'all think it's more difficult for women in y'all professions, in y'all business?
Most definitely.
Yes.
We dealing with 2 sides of being a minority. So we black and we women. So we on the lower scale. So it's like men already think they superior to women, period. And then we dealing with what we all dealing with is just being black. So it's like whether you a business owner, you in sports, you in music, you in fashion, whatever, you in the business world, we always get pushed to the back. So we gotta grind twice as hard as anybody else to even be seen in a room.
What about you, Ted?
I agree. I mean, it would be times, I know for me, I would show up. I had a male business partner when I first initially came out. There would be times we would come in meetings and they looking at me like I'm his assistant.
Wow.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
shit ain't gonna get moved without me.
I'm the one.
actually
Like, I'm the one.
I'm the one that call the shots,
Not the
but go
2.
ahead.
I'm the one.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, I agree though. And I grew up when Tiff was, you know what I'm saying? Like that bitch in the city. So it's like to see like people before you, that's motivation, but to still see like stuff that she was going through or whatever, it's like, damn, you kind of think like, is we ever going to get ahead or what is it going to take for even for y'all to respect this? Like it's like even the black men don't really respect a black woman for real. I mean, not you personally. Like, Wiz, I can say you're a gentleman. I see you support everybody, so I'm not speaking on you specifically, but I'm saying as a whole. Like, I know a lot of black women to say like we feel the lack of support from black men.
I agree.
I'm gonna say this. It's like we in the social media area now, so it's like most females is showing that they don't respect themselves to get the respect. But you do have a lot of boss chicks that's carrying their own weight, and you know the men is under them now.
And I agree with what you're saying too, but I think it's confusion now because it's like social media fucked everything up. A lot of women not even with that or on that type time. Like, for instance, I can even speak on myself. I never posted those type of pictures, but it's like, and I didn't do it because I was following anybody. It was just like, all right, cool, whatever. Like, it is what it is. But it's a lot of women who feel like, damn, we already deal with insecurities before everybody was getting a body done or whatever.
Right.
Us as women, as anybody, but a lot of women deal with insecurities, whether it's how we look, it's on the inside or whatever. So now it's like, especially with the younger generation, they following females that really don't got shit going on, but they think they somebody. They got a lot of followers or they got the bag because they screwed whoever. Yeah, but so when you look at these girls, they like, oh damn, she got her body done. She got her teeth fixed. She wear makeup every day. I gotta do that to be popping. I gotta twerk and shake my ass and do X, Y, and Z to be popping. So it's like it's confusion because everybody's following a facade for real. Because social media is a facade.
So do y'all think, so it's 2 boss black women here, so I gotta project this question to y'all too. So do you think us as black men, do you think we dropped the ball and backing y'all and like giving y'all the support and making y'all feel secure and making y'all feel like, oh nah, you're a queen, like you could do this? Like, do you think we dropped the ball?
For sure.
Absolutely.
And it start from your childhood though. A lot of us ain't grow up with a father figure or a father in the home or somebody telling us like we pretty regardless, we smart regardless, we don't need this, we don't need that, this is how you do it. So it started there. Then we don't know no better, so we dating him, he's a dick, he's an asshole, he's whoever. So it's like we follow these patterns. Now we grown and we stuck because we don't even know how to. We might get a good guy and won't even know how to appreciate him because all we used to is bullshit.
But I'm
not a racist person at all, so don't take like what I'm about to say. But a lot of our men are dating outside of their race. So they say it like I've had conversations with guys who say black women don't listen or y'all bitter or y'all mean or y'all whatever, and this is why they date outside the race.
I'm gonna explain something to y'all, right? So black men like think like this. So, now I ain't gonna say all black men, but when I have these conversations with my brothers, these conversations are like, well, when I ain't had no money, she ain't want me. Or when I wasn't popping or when I wasn't nothing, she didn't want me. All of a sudden I get a few dollars. Now here she come, but you got Becky over here who's like, do it, go, you can get it. Come on, I love you. Cheering for you.
You
like,
don't think Becky had a plan though?
Becky always got a plan.
They-
But guess what? But
And
guess
I
what them men
disagree.
wanted? Guess what them men wanted though? Them men really wanted black women to be that way.
So I gotta jump in, and I just would.
I'm just saying from the talks I had with my boys, with a few of my brothers, that's what we going. And I'm saying, but you might disagree. So like
I
I
do
said,
disagree because I feel like black women traditionally have been the backbone of the black men
Yes.
and have went through so many trials and tribulations and held black men down to the
Yes.
point. I'm not again. This is not on a broad level of all black men, but these same women that held you down when they get to a point. These are women you leave behind, and now you want Becky. I feel like on the reverse, Becky is who don't want you at the struggle. Becky like Raheem at the top. Becky don't want Raheem from the projects.
All right, let me
Period.
say this though, off of what you said. It's a lot of black men that didn't grow up in a home that seen love either, they even know how to love you.
Yep.
That's another issue in our community. We're fucked as a community. Like it's not just one sided
we
because
behind the eight ball
a
a
lot
lot.
of a lot of men didn't grow up with a father figure again or a mother figure for
Right.
that. So from the rip, y'all had to grow up fast, so y'all was thrown into the streets to just try to survive. So it's like you're removing a man. Most households didn't have a man growing up in it that screwed all the kids up.
Right.
The females and the males. So now females is growing up not knowing what love, how to even spell love. Guys is growing up, they teenagers and they grown men because they got to fend for whoever taking care of them. And if it's nobody, they got to take care of themselves. So it's like our community is fucked. So now it's like we pinned against each other. The black man doesn't respect or appreciate the black woman, and I know a lot of black men who feel the same in return.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's like
They don't feel the love
it's
in
another
return from
separation
black
in the
women.
black community.
So-
A lot of black men feel as though all chicks want them is for their, financial status.
That's because a lot of us lead with our pockets
I agree.
instead of leading with our hearts and our minds and trying to know this woman. Black men be leading with their pockets because music got them so fucked up in the head. Excuse me. They're so messed up in the head, so they think like, oh, because they see a woman doing a certain thing, it's like, oh no, I'm gonna throw some money on her. She gonna see how I carry it. You leading with your pockets, like.
But you got
lead
guys-
with who
you-
you are, like
you
lead
got-
with who you are.
You got guys who not leading with their pockets though, and there still to be a chick that's what they want out of life.
That ain't the chick for him.
That's not the chick for
It
him.
ain't a chick for
period.
nobody actually, except for the nigga that can't really low
That-
self-esteem that can't get nobody.
Yeah, because those are the ones that
Yeah.
lead with their pockets. Like,
Right.
If you gotta lead with your pockets, that means 9 times out of 10, like a chick told me, like if a nigga leading with his pockets, that means his dick small.
Damn.
He can't carry it.
I ain't
Or-
never had that problem. By
I'm just
the way,
saying, this is what chicks be saying. Like, if you,
Baby
talk
Arm
to, if
Jones.
you talk to a bunch of women, right? If you talk to some women, these women is gonna tell you like, most of these niggas they can't do nothing, they can't satisfy me. So yeah, I'm gonna get this motherfucker money. I'm gonna take his money because that's all he got. He don't know how to communicate. He don't know how to love me. He don't know how to speak to me. Like, and this, I hear women say this all the time.
yeah, but for the most part,
All the time.
for the most
What-
part,
what you think,
how
Tim?
many most likely chicks all they got to offer is coochie though.
Not
So
well.
it's like,
I don't know.
I
I mean, you
Black
got
women-
chicks like
hold on,
Tim,
hold on.
probably you,
Hold on.
and
It's not
If you-
no just
no,
probably
if you start-
me and Lee. Black women
Right.
are,
We are
leading the
carrying
way.
it
We
right
are
now.
carrying it
Black
right
women
now.
are the
Yes.
top tier of the black community right now.
Yes,
they're,
we
the
are.
they're the leading millionaires in the black community. Black women are. They're the ones with the careers. They're the ones with the money. They're the ones with the bag. So, like, if you really look at it, most of us is in jail.
I think a lot of this is just a stigma. Like y'all feel like most women want money because that's what we hearing. Like it's in every song,
Yeah.
whether it's a female artist or a male artist.
That's what they
Men is
promote.
talk. Yeah, so it's like it's another agenda in the black community. So now y'all feel like all women want is black women. One is money, and then black women feel like
all y'all want is pussy. It's the
all
same.
y'all
It
want
go
is
hand
pussy.
in
Yeah.
hand.
So now it's like, oh, all right, this what he want.
But
This
at the
how
end
I'm
of the
coming.
day, we both want sex. We ain't gonna act like we don't. Like the
And
black-
we both want money, do we not?
right. So
Honestly
it's like
speaking.
yeah, it should go hand in hand all together. You know what I mean?
So,
It's-
I
just
had a
feel like-
conversation with a friend. I ain't gonna throw her under the bus, but a friend the other day who wanted to. Her and another a male friend of mine called me and was like, "We want to hook you up on a blind date with somebody." And the first thing they said was like, "He has money," and my favorite line is like, "I'm not a money girl." And when I say that is, that doesn't impress me. I have my own money.
I could carry it on my
I
own.
can carry my own self. So you just having money is not enough to get you in the door. One, I have to be attracted to you. Two, I have to feel like we can get money together. And I really have to like you to a degree to even be around you. So you got money is just, that's not going to move me.
So this makes me think about Pipe Down, Drake's song. This makes me think, that's the male's lemonade.
How much I gotta save you to
Pipe down. Pipe deep, I got a dig for you to pipe
Pipe
down.
down.
It's gonna take 1,000 pages for me to write it down. So, what do y'all think about this album?
I think
So-
this should be my theme song.
It's definitely mine. I wake up to it every morning.
I'm piped down bull.
It's definitely mine. So that album,
The
right?
plumber.
Drake just dropped the album called CLB, Certified Lover Boy. So you know how Beyonce
Your type
dropped
of shit.
Lemonade?
And that was for the
how-
females.
That's the lemonade for males. Cause he grinds y'all up. He grinds y'all gears up in some of these songs, and some of it is deserving.
Oh.
Some of it is deserving. Yes, it's very deserving because like females right now act like the niggas.
We are the new niggas right
Can you
now.
blame us though?
We can't help it. We didn't ask to be the new niggas, but we are.
See, I think Drake want love though. I think he hang
That's
with
what he's saying in
he,
Pipe Down.
he hang with Future, but that's not he not
No,
total
Drake is not
opposite.
Future.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he like Future a real nigga. I'm gonna shout him out because that's my man.
Future is toxic.
So what do y'all think about this album?
I
Ladies.
like the album.
I
I
like,
like
it.
What
it
do y'all think
too.
about
I
it?
like it.
I like it.
So even though he's talking about y'all,
Yeah.
y'all like it because
Only
half
look-
of it's true, right? Because I know
It,
you
it
a
give
little
me.
bit savage.
It give me.
Tiff, you're a sneaky savage.
It
Is
gives
she
me.
a savage? Wiz? Let's get into that.
Nah. Let's leave the past where the past is.
Her past, like she.
Pass. Everybody got a pass.
Listen, but this is like, I can't even, it's hard for me to look at it as that way, right? So if somebody be like, yo, did you see Lee post? I'm like, what are you talking about?
I know I did.
What are you talking about Lee's post? It's like, dog, that's my sis, that's my baby sis. Like,
You still got eyes. You got.
yeah, I got
I ain't
eyes,
gonna
but
say you got
she's still my
four.
baby
You my man.
sis.
You my man. I ain't gonna say that.
She's still my,
What?
listen, I watched her grow into the woman she's become. So it's like, I be looking like, oh, look at my baby.
She beautiful
But
though.
then
She
I
like
be like, yo,
a real.
you-
She like the definition of a beautiful black queen.
No, I'll DM her.
Like
I'm
the
like,
new
yo,
girl. You did-
I
you
see
did-
Buck shooting his shot over there.
Ah!
You
Peep it.
You missing the crown. That's all. It's
I
right
thank,
there.
thank you,
It's
Buck.
right there though.
Listen, Lee's a beautiful girl, man. She's a beautiful.
So-
she was a beautiful girl. She's a beautiful woman.
Oh,
man.
thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
this is my baby. Tiff, I watch you grow too. Tiff, you're my baby too. Like
I watched Tiff grow
these
up.
two
Tiff's
women
still
like
small, but I watched her grow up.
do what they do. But Drake's still grinding y'all up right now.
That's all good. That's cool.
He ain't grind. He might not be grinding y'all up, but this album, right? They tried to put him and Kanye up against one another.
That was
So
an epic
who do y'all think had the best album?
He
I think it's
smoked
two
Kanye.
different. I think they two different type
Artists,
of artists.
yeah.
I listened to
can't
Kanye
compare
one
the
time.
two.
That was it.
That was it for me too.
That was
That-
it.
I miss the
I
old
had
Ye.
that. Yeah, I miss the old Ye.
Yeah.
I miss
I
college
miss Pink
dropout
Polo.
Ye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Drake,
yeah.
Drake just gave
Polo, yeah.
Drake just
This
gave-
this
Round
album
Ball.
gave me 2014 Drake. Like this
Yeah,
this
it
gave me
Yeah.
Drake gave us
the
that,
melodies,
Yeah,
the more
yeah,
he
yeah,
and is he
yeah.
emotional. Like
Yeah.
that gave me that Drake.
I heard a couple people say it was trash, but
Never.
they don't know
Nah,
music.
I like
they
it.
don't know music.
If you listen to some of the bars he was saying, I had to
Yeah.
rewind.
God.
Like
yeah,
did
he was
just
saying some
say
deep
that?
shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
He
this
saying
was a
some
good
deep
album.
shit.
I
dive
think
in.
the features was spot on. Like I think it was a good album.
He gave what he did for dudes. He made it cool to like wear your emotions on your sleeve.
And you know what I like about
Right.
Drake? Drake always ride the wave without being
In it.
conforming.
Yeah.
Like all right, this
Yeah.
this the sound that's in now. I'm gonna take that sound. I'm gonna add Drake to it and
Sprinkle
And
my
make it his
seasoning
own.
on it.
Whereas you can't wear you can't wear your heart on your
That's
sleeve in
all I know.
Philadelphia
That's
though.
all I'm on. That's right now music. Like
That
he
is.
know how to do it.
You-
What he
you
say?
You
can't.
know what he said?
What?
He said you can't wear your heart on your sleeve in Philly. Yes, you can.
Yes,
You can't. You gonna be
That's
soft.
the problem.
Chicks gonna play with you, and the
That's
niggas
what's wrong with
going
black men.
like you. Yeah,
That's
it is.
Philly black
That's-
man.
that's
You
just what
can't
it
be
is.
soft. You
That's
can't
Philly
be
for you.
gel. You
That's
can't
black
be
men in a lot of
nothing.
places.
That's Philly
though.
for you.
Because if you
That's
look,
Philly.
if you look on social media, right, and you look at the demographics of just black men everywhere, black men are afraid. It seems like, I'm not gonna just pinpoint it, but it seems like black men are afraid to give a certain love, and I might be one of them.
Not my man that messed with
Because
Steve Harvey daughter.
you might get crushed a little bit.
He showed that shit. He displayed his affection.
I feel like, but
Michael
I feel
B.
like if
Jordan.
more,
Michael B. Jordan, he
I
a
feel
real
like
one.
if we had more Michael B. Jordans,
Yes.
even
Right.
Lil Durk, if we had more, if we displayed that more,
No,
we would have
I'm a
more
Michael
of
B.
that.
Jordan. I just ain't got my shirt off and all that right now, but I show love and affection. I can. I mean, if it's the right woman and you dealing with the right situation and you feel like you're really in love and you feel like you can't live without this woman, you should give her your all.
Sometimes a
Give it-
woman can
give
take
it-
that though.
They can what?
They can screw that up, like, cause you might give.
They can.
You might give.
They
all
gonna take
that to a
advantage of
woman,
it.
and then that woman could mess it up for the next woman. And
Right.
as men,
Right.
once we are that vulnerable as men,
That's bullshit though,
That's
because
because
if we
women-
say it, as soon as we carry something
but
from
y'all
the,
stronger than us.
nah, that's
emotionally.
bullshit.
But we
because
tired
if
of
we,
being strong.
Women
If we,
are way
Tiff, am
stronger
I
than
right
men.
now? If we coming from,
Emotionally.
if we're coming from a battered relationship, we could have been abused physically, emotionally, whatever, been cheated on, whatever, beat on, and we come and we got a wall up or we kind of push back because of this last relationship. Soon as we say that to y'all hit the lid. It's like, oh, I'm not that nigga.
Men
and
can't deal with it
da-da-da.
like y'all. I'm sorry.
Y'all got-
We can't
y'all
But they
deal
want-
with
gotta
it.
y'all
stop
want
being
too
an
much-
excuse.
I
Yeah.
don't care if you're a
y'all
black
want-
man, white
we
man,
can't deal
Chinese
with
man,
this.
Puerto
We
Rican
can't
man.
deal with that. It's so
We
much.
can't
What
deal
can
with it
y'all
like
deal
that.
with?
Nothing.
That's a
Nothing.
lot. Well, hold on. Because no,
can deal with it a
no,
lot,
you
but-
putting the men down too much.
No, I'm not.
Please not.
Hold on,
No.
hold on, Buck. I'm not putting us down. Women been dealing with these type of things
Forever.
Since
we
they was
still
in
don't
fifth
get no
grade-
credit
Since
for
they
it.
was in 5th grade and had the crush on that boy who ain't like her. You feel me? And that boy who ain't like her, it was like, oh my God, they go on my mouth. Then they in grade, then they in junior high or something. Now this nigga broke her heart. They been getting, they could deal with emotions way better than us, bro. Like, just think about when a man cheat on a woman and then a woman cheat on a man.
Oh,
when
y'all
that
can't
woman
take
cheat
it.
on a man, we like, oh, bitch, I'ma kill you.
I can't say
Supposed to
We
be my
ready to
apple
snap.
cinnamon, bitch.
We ready to snap. You know what women do? Go put on lemonade. Or go put on freakum dress or something.
I need my
I'm
woman.
going the fuck
I need my
outside,
woman to
nigga.
put on Mary J. My Life.
Know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm saying.
Oh.
If
Or
we
they
going
go, or
through
they
it.
go slide and hit another nigga.
Damn.
no.
Yes,
They
they
might.
do.
Yeah, they do. They
Yes,
do.
they
too.
do.
Don't say they don't when they do.
It just,
too.
that don't
Yes, they do.
satisfy anything
They
though.
do.
That don't.
And it might be their man. It might be their right hand man.
It's
that they
momentary.
What kind of
It's
women y'all
just for the
dating?
moment.
because they trying to get you back.
It's just for the
It might be the
moment, man.
cousin or something. They gonna try to get you back.
The cousin.
Oh no.
Yeah,
we
they gonna
just
try to
did
get you
cousin.
back.
You dating a way wrong type of woman
I don't date
Oh, my
anybody
God.
at this point, Tiffany.
today. He does.
Today.
Today.
What's that song you put on? What's the song you put
Single
on?
again, Trina.
Oh,
We can't say that. That's infringement.
We can't play it, but we can say it.
Copyright infringement.
We can't play it, but we can say it.
They out of pocket.
so
Clearly, Buck is traumatized.
Buck,
Why I'm
you got-
traumatized?
Buck, you
Hold
got
up. Why I'm traumatized?
You definitely
You
gotta
might
be.
talk, but I gotta ask you this, Buck.
Go ahead.
I gotta ask my dog.
Yeah, get
this,
into
right?
it.
I gotta ask my dog this. What woman hurt my nigga?
Ain't nobody hurt me. Well, I did. Well, no. Ain't nobody
You
hurt
gotta
me.
think about it.
Maybe,
Yeah, I had to think about it. I had to
Maybe
think
she
about
didn't
it.
hurt you, right? But what woman, right? Because I could live my truth. I can live my truth. I might not say the person's name, but a woman fucked me up emotionally. Like, she fucked me up to the point it's like, you know what? I don't like this shit. and then it's like, it turns you into a beast. Like, I remember being young, and this is the first time I got my heart broken.
Dang.
She fucked me up so bad, I became like a womanizer for a minute. And I was like, I'm just hitting them all.
Right.
I'm so
Gotta
That's
get-
the
get-
same. Most women did. Most us women
Get
did
it back
that.
in
But
blood.
that-
Will.
that
Dang,
goes-
I got the
that
same
goes-
story.
but that goes back
I
to
broke
the
my, I
point
got my
that-
heart broke at 17,
Y'all
and I
can deal
just
with it more than we can, though. Y'all
We
can deal with
can.
it
Who
more
said
than us.
that?
We can't deal with that shit. I'm just being honest.
So
Men
y'all see,
can't
y'all
deal with
expect
it.
us to be able to deal with it, so y'all do it.
Yeah,
No,
who
we
said
don't
we?
do
Who
it.
said we can do
Some of
it?
y'all force it.
most women think that men,
Some of y'all
all men are
make it.
cheaters
Yes,
anyway.
I'm
So
appalled.
y'all got to take
Some
what's
of
going
y'all
on.
like
We
listen,
force it.
No, because women are so savage right now. Right, today's women
Right.
act like niggas.
Right.
They got 4 or 5 niggas.
Right. On the back end.
They got him for the dinner, him for the
And
club.
all 4 or 5 of them niggas got 4 or 5 bitches.
Bitches.
So it's just
Nah,
it's
that's
just
sick.
a rotation.
So how many of them going raw? Let's get into that, Wiz.
That's the scary part right there. That's
A few of them might be going raw.
you gotta ask them.
When you say you don't like the way it
few-
counted,
a few-
no,
what
you,
are
oh
you
no,
talking
Wiz.
about?
No,
What
because
you
you say
talking
you don't
about?
like the way it
I
counted.
said I
So
don't like them. That's why I don't throw my
So-
dick everywhere.
yeah, but that's the thing when you got 4 or 5. Like she
I
said,
don't
you
have
got
4 or 5.
You don't
though.
have 4
no.
or
She's
5.
saying the
No,
other
it's
chick
not.
got 4 or 5 chicks on the back end.
Which chick don't got 4 or 5?
Unbelievable. What the fuck you mean?
Why you keep trying to get
Why-
Wiz
why
in
you-
trouble?
why you-
No,
trying to
it
get him
ain't.
in trouble?
No.
Listen, he
No.
been
no.
trying to
do.
right? So he been trying to throw me under the
Baiting.
bus.
Hold on. Why do we? Hold up,
He been
Tim.
trying to throw me under the bus.
Why do he feel like his chick is so much of a saint?
No,
like,
ain't no woman a saint. Nobody's a saint. I ain't gonna say no woman is a saint.
No woman or
but
man.
Ain't no woman or man a saint. Nobody's perfect out
and
here.
you not married. So
Everybody-
if you
listen.
not if you was married, I wouldn't even
Everybody
question
can
on
get
that.
temptations though. Everybody get temptations thrown in front of their face. It's like dangling meat in front of a
Especially
lion.
nowadays.
Pause.
What? It's so much shit you can do. It's like 15-1 to a man.
Right.
It's 15-1. We
Right.
can hit 15 of them if we want to.
Right.
But guess what? The 15 that's out there ain't worth it. Because
Yep, they might not equal
they
to
all
your
want to
one.
do the same shit.
Right.
They all want to do the same shit. Like, it's just bad out here. Y'all think, like, a woman told me, it's easy for y'all. Y'all got the pick of the litter. No, the fuck men don't. No, we don't. Y'all think we do, but we don't.
No, y'all do. Y'all
No,
just,
we don't.
You just a wise picker.
I'm a very wise picker.
This all it is.
You know me.
Got to pick
Wiz.
a litter.
You know me.
Wiz, let me so do you think the chick Moneybag Yo girlfriend that gave him the acres or whatever, you think she probably still dipping on the side to another celebrity nigga?
Now that she giving that nigga acres like that.
I mean,
I
hold
don't-
up.
So for a woman to spend that amount of money on a man, I don't think she.
You don't
cheating.
know how much it is though. Because
How
I looked
many-
up some
how
acres
many
last
acres
night
is
and it wasn't that much.
28.8. So he,
It wasn't that much.
75,000. That's 75,000.
that's still a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. If a woman gave me
For a
some
woman to
acres,
spend.
I ain't thinking she cheating on me. She just spent 75. What woman you know gonna spend 75,000?
It's probably his bag though, Wiz.
So
No,
hold
that's
on.
hers. She got money. She
Yeah, Ari
ain't
has
broke.
money.
From
She
him
not-
though.
No, she's
No,
not.
bro, she got her own money.
She
got
does
her own
appearances,
bag.
she does
I'm not
social
gonna
media
downrate
stuff,
that
she
lady.
got her own
Excuse me.
money.
I'm not gonna downrate that lady like
got
she
her own
on.
money. So what?
But how did she get it from him though?
No.
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 Listen, what I'm saying. From she would have never
She
been.
was already her, bro.
This
was
is the
already
problem.
hurt
See,
before
y'all
that.
always
That's the
trying to
problem.
make
Hold
it
on.
seem
That's
like
the problem.
we only popping because of a nigga.
Man.
There it go, right
So
there.
I don't know because I never heard nothing about it before she was messing with him.
Well, before she was messing with him, that's G Herbo baby mom. First of all, first and foremost.
Yeah.
So before it was a Moneybag Yo, we still knew who Art.
Still was a rapper.
and she
That
already
was
had
famous.
paper.
What we talking
No,
about?
but she already
But
had
she
her own
already
talking
had
about?
paper.
She
You
already
might
had her
have
own.
not known her like industry wise, but who's to say she wasn't somebody in her
But
city?
even take that though, like even if she got her name popping from her baby father, from G Herbo, she took that name and made a whole
made a-
business from it.
She's
She still
supposed
gets,
to.
but she gets no credit from that because y'all still going affiliate
she's
her with
only-
being a
That's where
rapper's
it came
bitch.
from though.
No, that's
No,
not.
you can't say that.
You gotta
So
start
in
somewhere.
reverse, it's men out there who
Clout
are
chase.
popping because of their lady. Y'all
Lady.
don't say,
Yeah.
"Oh damn, he popping because of such and
No,
such."
I'm saying Britney
Y'all-
Spears
y'all be
niggas
like-
that took it
y'all
for the
be
bag.
like, "Oh, that's
He got
such and
popped
such.
because of Britney
He
Spears.
started a
I'ma give
business.
y'all
No,
one.
he started a
I'ma give
business
y'all
because
one
of
right
her.
Here, right? I'm gonna give y'all one right here.
Come on.
ASAP Rocky was already popping. ASAP Rocky was already ASAP Rocky, but he ain't got what's the name money. He ain't got Riri money.
He don't got
Riri
Riri
a
money.
whole billionaire.
He must have
You feel
Riri?
me?
Yes,
Do
that's
he?
her boyfriend.
Riri a whole billionaire. Guess
Fuck.
what? Come on, little nigga.
But right
he
now,
already ASAP
but
Rocky.
right now, he drop another record or clothing line or whatever. 5 years from now, everybody gonna be like, "Oh, ASAP popping." Y'all not gonna say,
Yeah.
He
"Oh,
only
he only
popping
popping
because
not
because of
me,
Rihanna."
not me. I'm gonna say that he is her boyfriend or he hers. You know what
So-
I mean?
No, I don't.
He
agree.
ain't wear the pants in the relationship.
It's a lot of girls, so I feel like that's not fair to put on Ari because there's so many girls dating rappers that's not in her position that still didn't take that opportunity and turn it into something. You gotta get a girl some credit.
So,
All right.
so let me ask y'all this, right?
That will
So-
go back to saying Kim Kardashian only Kim Kardashian because of Ray J.
Man, Kim Kardashian gave Kanye $88 million when he got
Thank you.
fucked up.
But
Man,
she
listen,
is Kim
they're
Kardashian
Look what
because of Ray
Kanye-
J.
look what
We
Kanye
not
did.
gonna get.
But let's
look
talk
what
about
Kanye
her
did.
mom,
She has so
though.
surpassed
Y'all not even giving her mom the
mom
credit,
credit,
though.
right.
Her mom sold the tape.
It don't matter.
It don't matter what she did.
created a fucking empire from that shit.
But
Get a lady
where it
that
stemmed
credit.
from, though.
It don't
It
make
does
it.
not matter.
Yes,
That's
it
the
do.
thing.
It
Y'all
always
always
stem
want
from
to
where
talk
it
Let's say
about
came
where it
from.
stemmed from
It
though,
don't
because it's
matter.
Ray J.
Ray J laid that shit and he got it on.
Okay, so we're and I.
But
I
guess
hit
what?
it-
No
I
shade.
hit it
discredit
first.
Ray
No
J.
shade, right?
No,
Go
not
ahead
to
and say it.
discredit Ray J.
I hit it
Because
first.
no, Ray J hit it first, but is Ray J Kim is Ray J Kylie Jenner
Fuck
Kim
no.
Kardashian level? No.
He don't gotta be. He
What
made
you-
her who she is.
No.
Raycon, though.
But do
He,
he? But
he
is
is
he?
Raycon, but it ain't that
It ain't
Kardashian money. It's not the
Well,
Kardashian
She,
money.
she built the empire off of.
Let me ask y'all
Listen, that
something,
shit
right?
probably was strategic before it even came out.
Oh, for
She
sure.
probably planned
Wait,
that shit.
wait, hold up, Wiz.
I gotta get that
So,
lady her
hold up.
credit.
Let me ask y'all.
Go ahead.
So, Ari gifted that man 28 point, what it was, 8 acres
Acres, yeah.
of land.
Mm-hmm.
What's the highest gift y'all ever gifted somebody for their birthday or a regular day or anything?
Go ahead, Wiz.
No, you first, Lee. You on the end. You on
Well,
the
I gotta
end.
go first. Would I ever gifted somebody?
How much?
What's the biggest amount you ever spent on somebody?
Let's get into it. Or was you just the receiver? You can say that too. If you just was the receiver and you wasn't trying to play back
And
when,
I'm gonna show y'all.
Like
the
I
proof
give
of
nice
mine.
gifts.
huh?
I'ma
I
show
give
y'all-
nice
I'ma
gifts.
show y'all the
Like
proof of
what?
mine.
You get into
Do I
it.
look like just a receiver?
No, get into it. No, you look
Do I
like
like a wide receiver to you?
I'm gonna show y'all.
you
I'm
look,
just curious.
you look like a clothes receiver.
What the fuck is that?
A clothes receiver, not a wide receiver.
So what's the biggest amount you ever spent?
I did a trip. I paid for everything.
Oh, that's regular.
No, that not.
We do
no.
trips on a regular.
No, ho.
Y'all do trips on a regular, but how
That's
many
kinda
girls
a lot of
though?
women.
Let's
How
get
many? It's
into
not a
it.
whole lot of women that's taking you on
paying
trips.
paying for no trip, bro.
I've been with a lot of women to pay for a lot of trips.
Oh, you was a lucky motherfucker.
No, I just you got to sling the right type of shit. But listen, Lee,
Hold on.
what the trip was at?
I bought her a piece of jewelry, a nice amount of piece of jewelry.
Where the trip was at, Lee?
I'm gonna show my sisters, right? Right?
You got to
This
show
what
the
you
whole
got.
joint. You can't just
This
show
what you
yourself.
did. This
Yeah.
what she did.
No, that's what I did.
You got to show the whole joint.
No,
you can't
I
just
can't.
show one
I can't
joint.
show that on the
Boy,
camera.
it shouldn't have been right now.
I can't show that on the camera. I'm just showing
Later
my
on,
sisters.
that's on the back end.
No, I can't show. Well,
So where the trip was at, Lee?
no, this ain't no trip.
He's still
that's what
trying
you-
to
I
cover the-
answered.
cover
This
the
time
first
Wiz
thing.
answer now.
All right.
No, I'm like he.
She telling how much she spent. She spent
She
paid for the
said.
trip.
Yeah, but she
what's
said
that
the
amount?
baby
It wasn't
She
on
bought
my
a
end
lot-
of the
she
trip.
bought a lot
Cause you
of-
trying to say you thinking I'm about to say I took the Miami.
What's the-
and
No,
all that.
wherever it is, wherever that. Yeah, I
What's the
mean,
dollar
What's the trip? What's the dollar amount
Yeah.
total?
Yeah, like 10,000.
Probably a little bit less than that.
a little bit less.
I'm like, I spent 30,000. That's the most I ever spent on a woman.
That was way too much, Wiz.
30,000.
On one birthday,
One birthday.
and there wasn't no trip involved.
No.
There wasn't no threesome on your end or nothing.
Oh,
you ain't getting
wow,
nothing in
what?
return.
That is something.
See,
Now,
so
that's
your-
the
so your
positive.
gifts gotta come with
No,
some shit.
I'm just
You
fucking
always
around.
is-
I'm fucking around.
So my, like, yeah, I spent 30,000. Like, I spent 30,000. I put like names on the marquee, all kinds of shit.
Dang.
I did all kinds of shit, like the TLA, like I did all kind. That shit stayed for like a week.
You carried
Then
it.
I hired the chef from Ocean Prime and rented the rooftop.
I almost got a check out of
Yeah.
this joint.
And they cooked. they came and cooked. I locked it down.
Almost got a little sister
Created
check.
a menu. I did all kinds of shit.
That's dope.
Bought Rolexes, birthstones, all kinds of
You
shit.
carried that shit.
Yeah. So
As you supposed
that
to.
That was the most amount of money I ever spent on somebody on their birthday.
So what was the most amount spent on you that you received?
Let's get into it. Cause you said your women don't really carry it like that. You said they don't.
When did he
No,
say that?
No, I
I'm
remember
saying-
he said he don't have women that spoil you like that. Like
a woman never really spoiled me
Right.
that way. Is what I'm saying.
But do y'all
Right.
go tick for tack?
No, I
Like,
don't
is
do-
it
No,
like
no,
a
no, it
damn?
ain't
I
about
spent
tick for
30
tack.
on
To
you.
me,
You
a
gotta
woman
spend
is
30
never
on
gonna-
me.
A woman is never gonna really do what a man do, in my opinion.
see me, I'm different. Chicks been dropping trips and shit since way back when I was a young boy in my 20s.
I got took to an island.
No,
That count.
I got took to a lot of islands since I was
took to an
20.
island, been on, and had a boat, all kinds of shit. So
Yeah, a boat, all that. That's regular shit to me.
Yeah,
I've been doing that
I
since
mean-
the 20s. Because I drop it off right. But
Boy, oh God.
I don't know.
Where is me thin?
Who ain't dropping it off right?
I don't know. You saying that or maybe
I feel like he trying to
I'm-
battle
No,
you.
So
no.
what's the best gift you give? You give.
Yeah, what you get?
that I gave,
Yeah, what's the highest amount?
I ain't getting into no numbers.
You know,
You
get into
asked
the
that
number.
everybody
No, no, no,
business
That's
don't
the
want to get
question.
a number.
The question is the most
The
expensive
numbers.
shit. What's the number?
This entrapment.
It's
They
not
trying to get me on
entrapment.
child support and
Oh,
all
you
that.
want to ask everybody
Nah.
all these questions
And
and
don't
don't
wanna
want to
You got
answer
kids,
shit.
Lee?
Fading the
No, I
black.
don't.
See,
Fading
it's a
the black.
different ball game with that.
I
So
don't
what's
think
the
I'm
best gift you received? then?
received?
Receive?
The highest.
I don't know about the highest, but the best.
I give myself the highest gift. So
Yeah, me too. But I don't know.
How
I
about you, Tiff,
I had a
since
lot
he
of
ain't
trips.
wanna
I
answer?
had a lot of trips. So it was like,
So I can't say. I can say the most money I spent, but it wasn't a gift.
hold on.
It wasn't on
I'm
like
a-
a birthday
you
gift.
just spent it on.
It was
Like
for a
over a period of
situation.
time?
No.
Okay.
It was a situation
Oh, yeah.
that I was
But that's heavy,
in a
though.
relationship.
What's the
So-
highest gift you got, Tiff? Let's get into that.
Wait,
So the
let-
highest
wait,
money
let
I
her finish.
spent
What you spent?
in a relationship, but again, it wasn't a gift.
No, that's
They
a
were in a
fucking gift.
situation. It was like
That's a fucking
a little
gift.
over 30 grand.
Mm.
The highest I have received, but we were not in a relationship though. This was an ex-boyfriend. He invested 80,000 in my business. 60 to another 20.
Was he from New York?
No, it's from Philly.
Look at
Why you had to be Philly?
No, I was trying
She
to.
trying to get it out of who it is. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I was trying to stem it
You
down,
wanna date everybody.
buckle it down to where it was at. Because I know what's going on.
Oh,
Oh my god.
he always know what's going on.
It's so freaking crazy. This dude
Oh,
is so
man.
freaking crazy.
But what I'm saying, you can't. For me, I've been getting them trips a long time from the
You
lady.
keep talking about these
It's a
corny
trip.
ass trips. Like, if you're gonna say a dollar amount or not.
But he keep.
I don't know them now.
No, wait,
I
no,
can't-
hold on,
Bust
Wiz.
his bubble.
Bust
Hold
his
on.
bubble because he keeps
Go
talking
ahead,
about the
Wiz.
trips he
Bust
been
his
getting
bubble.
from
Go ahead,
his
Wiz.
money.
Go ahead.
But he a
Bust his
trip
bubble.
giver. He a
Go
trip
ahead.
giver.
You my nigga, Buck. You my nigga, right?
Go ahead, get into it.
Listen, they got ways to pay for these trips where you can pay them monthly. Pay them
It don't matter. They still paying for it.
I get you, but we talking about if they drop that shit at one time, like, hey,
You don't know. You would never know because you don't know their account. That's like somebody say, they look at Tiff and say, "Oh yeah, she a broke ass joint." Don't nobody. Tiff can wear this same sweatsuit every day. Don't nobody know what's in her account. You
but
can
we know
just.
Tiff ain't broke.
We know that. Us personally.
She ain't broke.
But that's what I'm saying. This is the black community again when they just judge you by,
But who cares?
But hold
Yeah.
on, Wiz. Let's get into the fact that you keep saying you've been getting trips since your early 20s, but
Yeah.
around town, I love you to death.
Get
You my
into
bro.
it, Tiff.
But
All right.
around town, like you the trip giver. Like it's Buck the,
He don't want to say
like
that
that's the
part,
starter kit. Like Buck gonna date
He
you,
don't
he
wanna
gonna
say
take you
that
on a
part.
trip. He gonna take you on an island. That's what they
You the
feel like.
trip
You the
giver.
trip giver. That's
I
what they
mean,
feel about
he
you.
ain't say
I'm
that
just
part.
saying.
Oh.
This
He
what
said
I'm gonna
that part.
say,
He
Wiz.
sends them on trips.
This what I'm gonna say,
Hold on,
Wiz.
speak on it.
I'm about to.
Speak on it.
If you going away, right?
Yeah.
Why not take somebody? Would you gonna have a good time? It's not really costing you nothing. If she choose not to the put out or whatever, you still going down there having your good time.
Yeah.
It's just a small price to pay for somebody to go with you just to enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying?
If we cross them waters,
That's what brings me to a question.
if
Let's
we
talk
cross
about
them
that.
waters, right? Why are you going on a trip with somebody like this romantic place, right? It's sand, it's water.
I don't
You can
agree.
walk.
There's
hold
some-
hands.
there's some chicks
Like,
that ain't got it all.
I don't want to go to these places with nobody that I'm not attracted to and she ain't attracted to me. I don't want to go to them places because if I hit this sand and this water and this beautiful island, I want to fuck on this island.
So that happened.
Oh,
so
I want
that
to.
happened recent to me.
Oh.
Not I went on a trip.
He's fucking
But
on the island.
no,
Go ahead.
no. Recently, I went through a breakup. In the midst of the breakup, just out of the blue, I kept getting like, "Fly you out," or "Let's go on a trip" offer. So I have male friends like y'all.
So
I
how they know
cool
you
with.
was single?
I don't know. I don't think they cared if I was single or not.
Oh, okay.
But
These niggas
I
is
had the offers that I was getting was not necessarily people I was interested in or we never like had sex or was dealing with each other. But I had male friends that told me if I accept the trip, it comes with conditions.
With the
And I feel
dick.
like if we adults and you invite me on a trip, why am I obligated to sleep with you?
You're
I
not
don't
really.
think you're obligated to sleep.
Yeah, you ain't really. It's about a good time. If it happens, it happens.
I think it should be discussed before you get there, though.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah,
because
yeah,
if
yeah.
you're feeling the person, right? If you're feeling them, like, of course you're gonna be physically attracted to them. Like, listen, let's go away. Like, I want to just go away and then listen. Like, let's just be into each other when we go there. Like, you should let that woman know. Like, no, I want to fuck you when I get there.
But let me
But
state this though.
If that's not what you want, then maybe we shouldn't go on this trip. Or let's just go on the trip as friends and we can just have fun as friends. It should be discussed before you get
Before
there.
you go,
Like,
okay.
so it's not no expectations. Like, okay, we going here and we not fucking.
But let me
we
say.
going here and we fucking.
Okay, Wiz. Let me say this.
You know what I mean?
It's been so many times that chicks that came to me and be like, "Oh, you going on all these lovely trips with these chicks or whatever," but it was the same person or whatever. We went to Dubai, Paris.
You dropped your hand in Dubai
Thailand.
too.
We ain't do no fucking though. This is my buddy, and it wasn't even on that vibe. I mean, I'm sure if she wanted to, or I mean, whatever have you, we
So
didn't
you-
do no fucking.
So you saying you can vacate without that being
I
on the
have.
agenda?
I have already. But chicks, they be like, oh, because it's so far-fetched for them. They like, because ain't nobody taking them on these type of trips. So they like, oh, you going so far away with somebody and y'all ain't doing nothing? I ain't believing that shit. Y'all got to be fucking this, that, the other. What's your take on that? Do you have to fuck when you go far away over the
So wait,
joint?
hold on, Wiz, before
I
you
think
answer
it should be
that.
discussed. Go
Your
ahead.
Dubai trip.
Which one? I've been
Oh.
to Dubai 3 times.
Okay, so I'm talking about your
He
mo-
ta- he
yeah,
talking
talk
heavy.
No,
Talk
I'm
heavy,
speaking
Buck.
facts. It's
Talk heavy,
certified.
Buck.
It's certified talk.
Talk heavy, Buck.
I'm talking about your most recent one because
Right.
you was with that person.
Yeah.
So I'm just clarifying that that's not. The,
No, not that one.
Okay.
Not that one. Nah.
that's it.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to go all the way to Dubai, right? So first of all, when you go to Dubai,
Well, you ain't trying to go nowhere if you ain't getting a Jeep.
no, I'm just saying, like, I don't want to go on no trip with a woman and we not romantically involved. Because when I go to these places, it's beautiful. I'm like a hopeless romantic. So if I go to these places, I want to be like,
It's not about that all the time, though.
no, it's not.
You
but
taking
guess
in
what?
the sights, you
I don't
enjoying
wanna-
life.
listen, I don't
You know what I
want to
mean?
take. I don't want to take my friend.
See, so
I don't
you
wanna take my
you
friend.
know what's on your you up front with it, so you
Yes.
probably can have that conversation.
'Cause I
a
don't
lot
wanna
of these
take my
niggas just be
friend.
too hype, like.
No,
Yeah.
because
Yeah, so it's like you take
Yeah.
a female and offer her a trip.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, she gonna take that shit.
Right. It goes
Right.
back. It goes back to what we said. A lot of these lame ass niggas lead with their pockets, right? And thinking because they can lead with their pockets.
You lead with your pockets,
she-
you gonna
I'm-
sleep with
she
your
gonna
pockets
fuck with
because
me,
she
yeah.
ain't giving it
'Cause
up. She don't
ain't
want
fucking you,
to.
my nigga. And it's women I know that work niggas all day long.
Right.
Work these niggas, and you niggas is lame. You niggas get worked. You feel me? I watch these women work you niggas.
Hold up, Wiz.
All
even
day.
work.
Because you say, yeah,
I got
All day
scared in
long.
terms of trip
I have
thing.
took a few, like
All
probably,
day.
probably a couple chick on the trip, and they was acting on some bullshit, but I really wanted to fuck because, you know, but it wasn't about all fucking, but I wanted to fuck. Like, I mean, but they was,
Discuss it before you went.
nah, because you don't really have to.
Yes, you should. You should. Like, listen.
I mean, listen what I'm saying,
on
Wiz.
this trip. I want to fuck you.
So
No,
what happens
listen.
on the trip
Tell
when you
her.
get to the point
No,
that she don't
listen.
want to fuck?
If
What-
they don't want to fuck,
yeah, what happens?
it's a small price for that trip. That's it. You don't get no more trips. You ain't been going out the hood, and you ain't gonna go out the hood no more. You gonna be back there on your block watching me on these next joints, and I'm gonna be having fun.
So I'm saying that don't ruin that because
When you
Sometimes
try-
that don't
it
ruin
could.
the
Sometimes-
mood.
Sometimes-
try.
That don't because
sometimes
now
it
you're
could.
stuck on an island
Yeah,
for the
it
rest
can-
of the
it can
days
ruin
together,
sometimes.
and you expect one thing and she on a whole nother tip.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't bring your raggedy ass out here.
Nah, but you should have discussed it though. Like if you ain't discussing it with her, then it's like.
But if
bro.
you discussing it, that's like a mood killer at the same
no,
time.
if you discuss it before you hop your ass on this 12-hour flight.
Right, that's like a mood killer. She
9
coulda-
out of the 10, you probably could fuck on the plane.
But she
You
probably
gonna fuck on the plane.
I ain't never fuck on the plane. You the goat
Never?
if you did. I ain't never fuck on the plane. I don't want to. That's too close to God. I don't want to.
The eyes. That's
Nah.
that's what make it so suspenseful because you on a plane.
So you did that?
Yeah, I fucked on a plane before.
You the
You
goat.
fucked on a plane?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to be
Explain
on
that.
I had to be in
Explain
the
it to me.
bathroom.
Yeah,
I don't even go to the
Yeah, it had
bathroom
to
on
be
the
in
plane.
the
I'm
bathroom.
Them
scared.
tight ass bathroom.
Yeah, I can't.
Y'all
I
was
got
sitting on that
phobias.
dirty ass toilet.
So you the Mile High Club boy.
That drink went up.
You the Mile High. One leg up, one leg frontal.
Like,
Yeah, that bathroom too tight. I don't even go to the
Don't
bathroom.
Don't be
when I'm playing.
weird to me.
Yeah, I don't even like going to the bathroom when I'm
Me
playing.
either. That's how I don't have a go.
Where's
Like,
the
before
goal?
a party.
Where's the goal fucking on the plane?
When them moments hit, it's just crazy. So it's a lot going on in our neighborhoods, right? In the black community, period. And our young people, to switch the subject, to get into something more serious. Our young people are being traumatized by these murders. They're going to school carrying what happens outside into the schools, and now they're taking these beefs into these schools, and these kids are being traumatized, right? So we got somebody in here today that offers free, what you call it?
Therapy.
Grief counseling.
Grief counseling. She offers free grief counseling, and I think it's a great thing because these, like, if you look in these kids' eyes, it's like I don't even know that look, cause I know I was young, I was outside since I was 16, and I seen a lot of shit, but not what
But
these
not
kids
like,
are
yeah.
seeing. Like, it's sad. Like, they had to close Gratz. They had to that was Franklin.
Franklin didn't close me. It was a
And
shooting.
then there's some other kids it's just a bunch of kids all throughout Philly, young 15, 14, 16-year-olds, 13 getting killed, murdered. Then their friends are afraid to go to school because the beefs carry into school. Because now schools is open. Like, before, schools was closed because it was dealing with COVID. And now, like, these kids is like, it's like, what do you say to these kids?
I feel like whereas them kids, they're immune to all the bullshit that's going on. They with this shit. It's so many kids because of the drill music shit. They with this shit automatically. So when the bullshit happen and the shootings and all that, they go to school. They gotta carry their strap.
For a kid.
Okay,
Go ahead,
pull the
continue.
strap. They gotta carry their
I want her to come and
any day, boys.
and talk about
They,
it. Go ahead.
they gotta carry their strap because 9 times out of 10, when they walk out them school doors, that shit might go down right there and then. And and all this shit stem from this bullshit drill music shit that everybody is promoting.
Right.
When we should, I ain't never hear you spit no drill shit.
I disagree that they immune though. I feel like that's the big part. That's the biggest misconception, and I think
agree.
that's so insensitive to just assume. I feel like that's a big part of the problem, that we just assume that these kids are immune to this craziness.
And
that's
there's nobody
going on.
reaching back.
And there's nobody reaching back.
When
Like, these kids are not immune. These kids are scared to
We have
death.
somebody here that reaches back, and she made national news for giving out free grief counseling to these kids. So we have Akia Williams. Am I saying your name right? Akia?
Akia the therapist.
Akia
That's
the therapist. Okay. So give her a round of applause because she's actually
Let's get it.
giving out free grief counseling. So explain to them exactly, like, what made you do this?
So I have an organization, Akia's Heart, where I work with adjudicated youth and teenage parents, mainly kids that are in placement. So and I've been doing that since 2017. So most of my kids, I'm still connected with all of them. Even once COVID hit, the center closed down, and we kind of been just virtual. I'm still connected with all of my kids. If they've ever been in my program, we text regularly, we Instagram regularly, and what was happening was a lot of kids were reaching out because they didn't know what to do. They was losing friends 5 at a time. That's not normal. No human can be immune to that. I don't care if you're an adult, if you're a kid, what generation you grew up in. Nobody could be immune to that. They honestly don't know whether they want to get revenge or run and hide. They don't know what to do. So I remember this one specific kid. He lost a friend every day for 2 weeks.
Dang.
Wow.
So it was Blumberg against
Dang.
something town.
Pentown?
Pentown. So they was going back and forth, and they was really, like, literally going back and forth, tit for tat. So he was like losing his mind. He came and stayed with me for a little while because he was like, he wasn't in the beef, it was his dad beef. The
Oh,
kids
shit.
that's growing up inappropriate.
Yeah, they inherited it. They inherited the beef.
Yeah.
Dad's beef?
And his dad been dead years.
Oh my
Dang.
God.
So it's not
All
like
them
he-
years later,
Yeah,
they just
they
travel
don't-
down.
It's not. That's why you can't say they're immune to it. They're not even asking for this. They literally grew up. My mom, if we on PHA or Section 8 and we just happen to be placed in this one, you can't be friends with nobody over there. That's it. It don't matter. You could. That shit start when you 2 years old. You can't go to daycare with them kids. Because my dad or my mom coming to pick us up, we cross the path, it could be across the street from each other. The beefs is not these kids. A lot of them is not. Now, social media area is something different. But a lot of this stuff that started, like when this stuff first started happening, it was handed down beefs. It just got bad because everybody got still. COVID set everybody down.
Right.
So now people who was untouchable, I'm seeing them now because now they not everywhere. You can't go but somewhere,
Yeah.
so far and during the pandemic. So now because everybody is accessible, everybody getting laid down.
Damn.
That's a bad joint.
So what's the youngest kid that you had to deal with?
8,
Oh
8?
my God.
an 8-year-old.
Oh my.
Her dad and her dad and her brother got killed. She was in the car and the car got shot up. Them two died.
Dang.
The dad actually got the drive to the hospital, but he didn't make it. And the brother died, and she was in the car.
Oh wow.
I don't even know what to say to that.
And I still talk to her now.
Is it?
How do you explain to an 8-year-old that this is her new life? Because
Right.
this is reality. It's an 8-year-old, she ain't got nowhere to go. She can't be like, all right, I don't want to live nowhere. I don't want to live here no more, so let's go move over here. First, they
Yeah.
got to be able to comprehend what's going on.
Right.
It takes a while to comprehend it, and then it's like, how can I comprehend? I'm just trying to figure this out, and then 2 more people get killed tomorrow. And then the next day, and the next day. It becomes a norm as an environmental thing that's happening, but it's never normal for a brain to be able to accept. You can't possibly fathom all of the stuff that's going on at one time. With human beings and the way our brain works, we compartmentalize stuff, right? So you could be mad, you could be sad, you could have all these emotions going on at one time. What therapists do is help you manage those emotions. So when you compartmentalize, you put, every time something happens, when you get mad, you put a little bit in that little mad category. When you sad, you put a little bit in that little sad. Something's gonna start running over. When you get too mad, you get angry, now you freaking the fuck out, you flipping out, right?
Right.
You get too sad, now you depressed. And you something starts, so when you don't have those regular ways to their outlet, it gets built up, right? My brother used to tell me a scared bitch will whoop your ass. So if you
Yup,
ever
my
feel
dad
like you
always told
can't
me
beat
that.
somebody, get scared.
Right.
These kids is scared to death. It's shoot me. I'ma shoot you before you shoot me. They ain't nobody can be even bothering them. But if they feel like you walking up on them, they gonna hit you first.
So listen, as black people and the whole black community, ain't nobody really lining up to go get no therapy for certain situations like that. We feel as though it's a natural thing, and that's what we gotta go through. How would they really connect to you and get to you to let you know that they having some stress issues or whatever to get with you?
So first we gotta stop. Our generation have to stop telling our kids that they crazy. You bad as shit.
man.
You crazy. All of that kind of stuff. You can't unhear stuff, right? You can't unhear things and you can't unsee it. So when somebody keeps telling you that and you start to believe that, you're gonna start to act in that way. So first you gotta stop. We gotta stop with that. Then another thing is, so our generation is kind of in between. We're not opposed to therapy, but we ain't going out there getting it on our own. Cause grandma said you better just go to church, talk to God about it, pray about it, give your problems to God, which is okay. I'm a Christian. Don't get it wrong. I pray and all of that. But you also have to be realistic. You gotta do something that is now.
So my question was, how do they get in contact with you
Oh,
if
like
they
my
need
contact
the
information.
therapy? That was my question.
Sorry. So my Instagram is Akia the _therapist. My phone number. Well, this is my phone number that people reach me for book sessions. It's 215-936. I'm sorry, it's 939-0836. Right, 939-08. Shit, I don't know. Sorry. 215-939-0846. That's it. It's 46.
Okay.
So yeah.
Because
Say it again.
215-939-0846.
We're gonna put that on.
and that's only for the kids. That's not for
it's
nobody to be calling trying to holler.
Oh, I mean,
But
like that.
the kids, it probably most likely be their parents calling because to
But
try to
it's
get
not
help.
just for kids.
It's for
parents
grief
too.
counseling.
Yeah, I'm a therapist. I'm licensed in the state of Pennsylvania. So anybody who needs therapy can contact me. The grief therapy is for people in the city who have been directly affected by gun violence, 8 to 24.
So what you think the start is to get some, for the community, the what's the word?
To start making it the norm.
The hill. Start healing. Yeah.
I'm actually doing a challenge right now. I think that the way to get to these kids and the ones that need this help, because the reality is the ones who are doing the shooting, they ain't coming for therapy. They
Right.
scared. A lot of them think that they too far going. I talk to them too. Like,
Right.
I can't hold you, like, I got kids in my program, that's that. They ain't coming to the office, they ain't coming nowhere unless somebody paying them $40,000 for somebody's head. But
Man.
they are on social media. So I'm doing a challenge on social media now. It's called the Kids Heart Challenge, where you just say some encouraging word to a teen in crisis. And that purpose of that was to get to the people who are not going to come out and reach out for the help.
Right.
Like now that the news and air the coverage, I've been doing it since July. They just, it's just starting to get some coverage, but it's not for that. For me, it wasn't about the coverage. I wanted to get it out there because I want the kids who are not coming in to be able to still hear those encouraging words. Because like I said, you can't unhear things.
Right.
So we could try to change the narrative and reroute their brain to think more positive instead of default to that negative, which is what we are instilled in us, then we might could save some lives.
Right. So what you think that the it is heartbreaking. What you think the next step is to get the kids to even try to listen and put their guns down and don't want to shoot somebody who they call a op when they look the same as them in the mirror?
That's a great
What's
question.
your advice?
Yeah, that's a great question. Because I was wondering.
'Cause I don't even know the answer.
Social media,
But how
because
do you
everything
change
is for
that- How
show.
do you change their mindset?
You change the mindset. First, you got to get to them to be able to help change the mindset. Changing the mindset is hard, but
How do you get to them?
you gotta be able to get to them. You gotta go out and get them. I mean, that's what I do. I'm not like I'm in I'm there with my kids. They'll all tell you. It's not like there's nowhere I can't pull up. But people don't do that. Everybody talk, and a lot of organizations want to be behind the camera, behind the news. But the real work is actually with the kid. You got to be able to get to them, and if you can't get to them, you use what you know can get to them, which is social media.
So let's talk about this, right? So she's doing all of this out of her own pocket. There is no one, no city council, no government official, nobody's giving her assistance with what she's doing. Nobody's giving her no assistance. And the city of Philadelphia, y'all need to be ashamed of yourselves. Because you have this young black woman who's out here reaching out to these kids. She made national news to do these things, and you guys aren't helping her. You're not giving her funding. So y'all should give her some funding. How can they reach you to give you funding?
215-939-0846.
She know the number now.
Well, also we can start right now. We can start a GoFundMe for that cause
Hey, look at God.
right now.
Yeah, because it's needed. And Buck, you are so brilliant right now with that.
You know I'm
Can I
brilliant,
say
man.
something real fast? Because here's the thing. I literally do the therapy sessions myself because I did solicit help from other therapists, but I can't pay them. People are not willing to do this. This is traumatizing for us. Imagine listening to 30 kids a day telling you that how traumatized they are. They can't go to school because they got to go in a different hood.
Right,
So at night, sometimes I feel like, my therapist is burnt out
right.
because I got to talk to somebody listening to all of this.
So
but
you gotta
I
release
can't.
it. You have,
Yeah.
After they put it on you, you have to talk to
I'm a
someone
human. I'm still
to
human.
release it.
Absolutely.
Oh,
That's
wow.
crazy because I just spoke with somebody, and I won't put them out there, but it's somebody real close to me. They actually clean bodies for the janazas and stuff, and they were just saying that they had to literally take a break because it was traumatizing. And they're grown, like, and they was like, I couldn't do it no more. Like watching these children's bodies and getting them ready to, like send them on their way is traumatizing.
Yeah, I watched a couple bodies before, and they give you a lot of blessings for that as well, in Islam, and
And that's who he does it for too, like it's
Yeah.
janazas. So
yeah, you get your blessings.
Because you're a human. We all have emotions.
Right.
So even you could be the hardest person, but you still, something's going to tug on your heart. You still have a natural reaction to something traumatic. Like
do you feel like because it's not a lot of like recreational things for them to do, do you think that plays like a part? Like when we was growing up, and I know I'm probably like younger than most of y'all, but yeah, we had the racks, we had games, we had skating, we had Game Works, we had the movies. We court the bus with no shame. Like now it's like they too cool to catch the bus. They don't want a job. They can't work at certain places. Like I was happy to say I had a job at
Wait
McDonald's.
to get my working papers.
What? I used to go out, leave McDonald's and go out with my McDonald's uniform on because we didn't care. We always working. We always corny. We always. It's like now they have.
It's never corny
They
to have a
can't work
job.
here. They think it's corny.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I feel
it's-
like this generation just feels like, and maybe it's because of everything that's going on, like these kids are forced to feel like they have to be hard. I also think a big problem, and I have a lot of friends South Philly, and I know South Philly is going definitely through a crisis with the neighborhoods and these young kids. And I have friends of mine, like one of my close friends, Lee, know her as well. Her son was killed in front of her.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Her son was killed while she was there
Yeah.
in front. Like anytime another child don't have her, like you go get your mom, all bets is off. Cause I know my mom coming, you gonna catch me another day. But these
literally
kids,
walked up and
yeah, like these.
didn't care. Like
But
It's families that's like families are friends, but they can't control their kids. So what do you do in this case? Because it is cases where adults are trying to step in, but these kids is just so
and
far gone.
and they don't care.
They don't care about the
want
adults.
money. I wanted my own money, so I'm gonna go work at McDonald's. I'm gonna get a little.
Right.
If I gotta hustle, I'm gonna hustle. Whatever it is, I want my own. They don't even want money.
It's a different generation. They don't want money. They want fame. They want the likes. They want the clout.
no, the
That's what they
fame,
want.
the fame is how many bodies you got because King Von and
music.
Dirk and them. That's what they said. They said
I love those
we don't care how much money you guys, how many bodies you got, and they put this in their music and promoted this to the kids. And you know,
That's what
I
they
mean,
listen to.
A
You
lot
can't
of it
Yeah.
is
you
the
can't
music.
unhear stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of it is the music.
A lot of it.
but I made a post on my Instagram a while ago, right? And I said a lot of shit is going on in the world right now, like all this drama, bullshit, killing, because 9 times out of 10, it's a lot of kids that never got a hug at home, cuz.
That's true.
They never got a hug. And sometimes that's all it take is that hug and that cry.
Yeah.
You gotta release that cry, and you know, and you sit down, and you might sit in the crib, play the game all day. People might call it corny or whatever, but that's how you survive. You're not dying. You're not you're not playing Call of Duty for real out in the field. You know what I'm saying?
And then I see a lot of people like blaming the parents, and I feel like I watch kids, even some of my younger cousins that's was raised well, even
Right.
in 2-parent households. I didn't
Right.
even grow up in a 2-parent household, but I see a lot of them, they like a saint when they in the house.
Right.
As soon as they step outside the door, they on demon time. They a
Right.
savage, they a gangster, they carry a gun, they
You know
in a
where
beef.
that's from, though?
And the parents don't know that. Like they doing they all to
Right.
give this kid
You know what that's
The best
the life
life.
that and
Right.
it's like soon as they go outside, they a whole different kid. So it's like we can't even fully blame the parents at this point.
Right.
My mom had access to the neighbors, the people down the block.
True.
So one time I was cursing like crazy when I was a kid, right? And this don't happen no more. I was cursing like cussing this growing up out. Fuck you, F you, fuck you, bitch. Da, da, da. She whooped my ass, right?
Told your
me
mom.
To my mom. When she took me to my mom, I got another ass whooping. Right? Then I was on punishment. Then when the lady saw me again, she's like, let me talk to you, baby. You don't do that to an adult. You don't blah, 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 blah. That's what's not happening now.
Right.
Now adults are
though.
scared.
Yeah, they scared.
You got the things
They-
like the flash
But
mob.
we-
These kids is
but we- but
rolling
we
on
have to
adults.
become
We
fearless.
scared.
But who the
We gotta
flash
become
mob?
fearless.
I watched 2 young
It's a
guys.
piece.
We gotta become fearless.
I
Mr.
watched
Peace.
2 young boys, maybe between 10 and 13, in a corner store. This is maybe right before the pandemic. I walk in a corner store. I walk in, and you know how, like, if you see somebody walking behind you, you'll hold the door, either whether it's with your arm, your leg, whatever, because you see somebody coming behind you.
Right.
They're walking in, and it's an older lady behind them. They could have just held the door. He pulled the door shut.
Wow.
And it was an older guy in there, and he like, yo, what is y'all doing? Like, why would you shut the door in her face? You know what he said? Who the fuck is you? I don't know you. Like, why you talking to me? 10 years, a little ass boy. To the point the
Disrespect
man
is
was
at
like,
an all-time
yo,
high.
go get your mom. Go get your dad, wherever you got. You got to go get them because this is unacceptable. He was like, yo, you owe her an apology. He said, I don't fucking know her. She ain't my grandma. Literally a little ass. I couldn't believe it because I'm
Wow.
like, this was something that could have been a... He didn't just not open it. He shut the door. It was like he purposely was like, oh, fuck her. Like,
So do you
I watched
think-
two kids I watched two kids yesterday in front of the store, in front of my window, getting out of school. The little boys is trying to fight each other. Lady, two other kids that was with them must have went and got their mom. Mom coming down the street.
Right.
A lady pulls over before I can even get out the store to see what's going. A lady pulls over and was like, "Stop it, cut it out." Little boy, they had to be every bit of 8, 10, 11. Start cursing the lady out.
Wow.
Mind you, it's other adults outside. Like, I'm not gonna say we didn't curse when we was kids, but you seen adults, you knew
You shut
you
up.
wasn't gonna curse in front of adults. Curse the lady out. Then when they stopped fighting, the boy followed the little boy up the street with his mom, and still was trying to fight. These kids are
Because the mom,
disrespectful.
look what you just said. Follow the little boy up the street with his mom.
Yep.
So these parents now.
No, not the one trying to fight.
I was about to
He's
say.
trying to fight a little boy that mom
about to
came
say.
with
His
him.
mom.
Yeah, like fuck
But
that
here's
your
the
mom
thing.
here.
The
It's still
parents,
on.
the generation that we talking about, the flash mob, these are 11, 12, 13, right? Where
Mm-hmm.
their parents at? A lot of people, this is the most hated phrase in my brain. I hated home training. These kids ain't got no fucking homes. They don't have no moms. They don't have no dads. Their moms down Kensington. They dad. You know how many people, you wouldn't even know how many people, how many kids are home by themselves taking care of their younger siblings. 11 going down, right? You wouldn't. I didn't even know. This is my life. This is what I do. I found out from one of my kids calling me, Mr. Kid, they won't let me in the school. She was 16 minutes late. She was 16 years old. 16 minutes late. I'm like, what you mean they won't let you in the school? They said I'm late. They shut the doors. I get down there. They told me I gotta go home. I'm driving her home because now I'm the organization, so I can get her back in school. I can do that. I'm driving her home. Where's your mom? I ain't seen my mom in 16 days.
Damn.
I ain't seen my mom in 2 weeks. She had to get it's 6 siblings under her. She had to get all of them washed, all of them dressed, all of them to different schools, and then get to school 16 minutes late for them to shut the door up. They be
No,
at
I-
8, ain't like they don't have no home training. There is no such thing for a lot of these kids. So
I
when we
agree.
saying go get your mom, that's a trigger. Cause where the fuck? I don't know where my mom. I need 8 in 2 days. You talking about go get my mom? I'm about to start some trouble so they can send me a placement so I can know I can eat.
Mm.
And I've experienced that with like even with virtual teaching. I do virtual teaching on entrepreneurship, but I had like kids that wouldn't show up, and it's like, you know, why you didn't show up? And it's like, oh, I had to watch my little sister. I couldn't come on Zoom. Or you hear the mom in the background like, I don't give a damn about that Zoom. Go to the store. And it's like,
Yeah.
like your kids.
It's
that's
so-
okay.
I was
It's
on.
serious.
My nephew is in the fourth. He's in the 5th grade this year. So last year he was in the 4th grade, and I kept him overnight. They was doing virtual school, and they went a little over time. So I told him they was teaching them about umbrellas and rainy weather. So I said, go get in the shower. I'ma stay on, and just take your little notes for you because we gotta go. And I was happy I sent him to the shower because one of the little kids, their older sister, she maybe was like 13. She walked past and she was a little shapely little girl, but she was young. But I don't think she even knew she was in the camera. Her whole butt is out. So all the little boys in the classroom is like, you could see them, they googly eyed, they drooling, and the lady like, can you go get your mom? Like, can you go get your mom? And you hear the mom in the background like, what the fuck she want with Megan? You can't get my motherfucking iPad back. You been on there all fucking morning. And I'm like,
Damn.
wow, these kids, they're seeing and hearing this. So the teacher is trying to log that kid off because they done heard this. They done seen a little girl butt. It's like, I just locked my nephew off. I'm like, listen, I'm happy I sent him to the shower. I closed the whole laptop. He come back like, Auntie, did you take my notes? I'm like, yup, I got it all down for you. But I'm like, this is what they seeing on the right. This lady was like, fuck that class. It's already X o'clock and I need my iPad
They
back.
need to be in the building.
They need to, because it was that was the hard part about the pandemic. So many kids was forced to be in, like, school was outlet for some kids. that was places like you said where
You
they
can
got a
eat.
meal.
Yep.
They got away
They
from
got
abusive
shelter. They got
parents.
away from abusive. Now it's pandemic, and for a year you in an abusive, like you stuck in an abusive household. You
This was
stuck
the
with no
highest,
food.
the highest year that the kids were getting taken away. They was taking kids and they was sitting in DHS downtown because there was nowhere for them to go.
And suicide.
Because the kids wasn't eating, the parents wasn't coming home, and people was telling them, people home now. So now they seeing like, what the fuck, these kids been over here all this time and I ain't seen no adult. Like, it's terrible, like terrible. So a lot of that stuff that go on, I don't condone any of it, of course. But sometimes you gotta think about the kid. Like, what mind frame are they in that they can just walk up to another human and kill them in front of their mom? You gotta be
They
mentally
don't got no mind.
unstable.
They don't got no mind
You
frame.
have to be mentally unstable. They need help.
So this was a very eye-opening. Like, it almost brought me to tears. I ain't gonna hold y'all. This is very eye-opening for me because
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot to deal with, but and then it's like watching these kids because I see some of these kids in my neighborhood. Like when I go outside, I see these kids and they sad and it's like they can't eat. So sometimes I just give them money, like, go get something to eat. I just go in my pocket, even if I don't know them, I don't know these kids. I'm in the store, here, take this, or whatever. But this was an eye opener, and if you need to reach out to someone and if you need grief counseling. Say your number one more time.
215-939-0846.
I want to thank Lee Mason for showing up today
Yes.
to Certified Talk. Because we talked
Anytime,
about some real
anytime.
certified things tonight. And to end it on this note was very important.
It's needed.
Yeah, it's so needed. Like I had to hold myself back from I'm really in here I was really legit about the crying. It was like 8 years old, like an 8-year-old. That's the youngest person you had to deal with.
So
That's sad to me.
It's
So-
sad because the fact that the matter is like we recognize COVID as a pandemic, but this violence is a national pandemic.
It is.
Something has to be done.
This is what we need funding for.
Yes.
I just had this conversation literally maybe even earlier today or yesterday, but like our generation, it's like when we hear it could be somebody we grew up with, it could be a friend, a cousin, whatever, we're becoming numb to
I just said that too.
it's like it's appalling, like, cause it's like I'm appalled. It's like I just lost somebody 2 days ago, Tuesday,
Wow.
and it's like now you be like, damn, but you feel so numb to it because it happens so
So much.
often that it's
Right.
like we don't even know how to process it no more. It's kind of just like it's happening so much that it's like, damn, all you can say is damn. You don't even really have an emotion to attach to it anymore.
You don't really even get time to process it because before you can process one,
It's the next
it's the
one.
next one.
So hopefully things will get better. We're gonna pray for y'all.
Yes,
I'm
we
gonna do out for y'all. I'm your boy Wiz Gam.
I'm your girl, Miss Belargo.
King Jones 80, these nuts.
And this is another episode of Certified Talk. We see y'all next week. I want to thank Akia Williams for coming. I want to thank Lee Mason for coming. Listen, Akia Williams, the therapist. So we'll see y'all next week.
Chia.
Shalom.